Afro Rican, Orlando, Crespo. Guess what, Tara?
What's up?
Giving you the rice bean. Know what I mean? What up, slime?
What happening there? You know what it is. It's your boy Colin Parshawn. Here to give you a little paint where it ain't. Little seasoning with some grease in there. And today we got another version.
Who that?
And she pretty. I'll give you that before we even get going. Tell the people who you is.
Hello, people. My name is Tara Miller. How are you? The Grady baby of the South. I'm the Grady baby at the table, okay? Let's get with it
Yeah, I
today.
didn't grow up in Grady. I didn't come through Grady.
Hey,
Georgia Baptist.
that's all right, though.
I ain't come from none of these hospitals, but y'all know who it is. The boy, the 18th in the building. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Yeah. Y'all know how we like to do it, man. We started off real good on a good, feeling positive note, man. But we got Miss Tara up in here. And we want to go ahead and let her tell us a little bit about yourself, where you came from, how you got to where you're at, what you're doing, and how you're doing.
Well, let's go with the last question first. I'm doing good today,
All right.
okay?
All
I'm so
right.
happy to be here.
All right.
You
Good to have you.
should be.
Yes.
Hey.
Hey.
All right, so yes, my professional version. I'm Dr. Tara Miller. I'm a licensed professional counselor. I am an addiction counselor, master addictions counselor. You name it, we do it. I am licensed in the state of Georgia as well as the state of New Jersey. And what we provide is mental health counseling throughout the entire state. We go into homes. They can come into our offices. We provide it for, if you have, let's say, bipolar, schizophrenia, just anger, marital counseling. That's what I do.
Wow, okay.
That's
Big
real.
time.
That's real. I've been to marital counseling, man.
Yeah.
It works.
It does.
It works.
It
I need to
does.
tell everybody that it works.
It works.
Let me tell you this. I feel like, and this for my comic book people, I'm going to have to put on my Juggernaut helmet right now. Juggernaut wore this helmet so that Professor X couldn't get into his brain. And I feel like somebody finna dig off in our brains.
Get off
today.
into your thoughts, little personal thoughts a little bit. She might, I thought about
I'm
that
putting
too.
my
I thought about that
Juggernaut
too.
helmet on right now because I don't want you. But it's all good, and I'm drinking, so
Yeah.
we gonna
So the
flow
thoughts
with
is
it.
blurred
So,
anyway.
Absolutely, no
so
problem.
Yeah.
Go ahead and
See?
where you from, all of that.
I am from Atlanta, and if you are from Atlanta, please understand. When I say Grady, yes, when I say Grady baby, you know exactly what it is, okay?
Oh yeah, we the only place to shout out our hospitals.
I do.
I wasn't. I'm
That
not
is true.
I'm not a Grady baby.
You weren't even born here.
I know, but it ain't where you from, it's where you at, baby.
Ah,
Represent.
Where are you?
You here,
Yo, what
aren't
you saying? I'm from Detroit, Michigan.
Where are you?
I just live here.
Okay.
He's so damn difficult.
It's
Killing me.
You're acculturated here. Okay, not a problem. So,
I had to help y'all numbers.
we got enough. We tired of y'all
you can go
transplant.
back.
What was you saying? Doctor?
The doctor has spoken.
See, I asked the question, why did they put me this close? You understand what I'm saying? Like, I don't.
He's the
Unbelievable.
agitator, but it always
And it-
comes out. He always gets something out of it. Like we always get some good, efficient numbers and proficient information, but his delivery is terrible.
Terrible. Nobody likes him.
I'm gonna pass on that.
Go ahead, Doc.
Anyway, what else were we saying?
Oh, we was just trying to find out more about you.
More.
I mean, we need to get really deep into this counseling because I feel a lot of people need it, and they don't know how to go about it.
Well, the one thing that I do when people come in is I let them know everything is confidential, and I think that's one of the challenges that people have is that
Right.
they feel like it's going to be exposed. But I tell you up front, when you come in, if I see you on the street, I don't know you unless you speak to me, and even then, I still may not know you because I want to make sure that everything is confidential.
Got you.
But it's not what you see on TV. Like, people tend to think that counseling will be a certain way. You're going to come lay on the couch. We don't do that.
What you see on TV.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, I don't do that. I want to have a free flow of conversation. So if it comes off as sister girl, if it comes off as mama, it's whatever you relate to. We will not have a situation where I'm asking, so tell me how you're doing today.
Right.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts? Like, I may ask you what your thoughts are, but it will not be in that manner. And sometimes I am a little bit direct in my therapeutic approach. And I do have different treatment modalities that we use based on what the particular person needs. So it's not a cookie cutter thing.
I got a question though. Do you find it hard for us as minorities to seek counseling?
Absolutely.
I was gonna ask that same.
Oh, my
question.
bad.
You good? Right?
Absolutely. A lot of times, even when people come in, they tend to, I have no problem with taking it to Lord in prayer. I have no problem with that. However, my thing is that God puts people on earth to assist you in certain arenas of your life in certain areas.
Right.
And if that is the case, allow them to help.
Amen.
You understand what I'm saying? So that's just the bottom line.
Right.
But we do have a hard problem because we think people gonna think I'm crazy.
Or it's a waste of money or a waste of time.
Yeah.
Or
I
how
think
much
our
does it
pride
cost?
gets in the way, huh?
But it's such a great thing, though. Like,
Sure it is, yeah.
I end up going from marital counseling to counseling on my own. You know what I'm saying? Because I went to the marital counseling. It worked for the minute. We still didn't make it. But when I went back to deal with myself, it was a great experience, dog. Great experience.
I think what people don't understand is I've also gone just personally. People don't understand that most of the people you talk to about your problems, they're either a friend or a family. They always gonna have your back. So a lot of times they don't give you the hardcore truth. But also it gives a person, if you know this person has gone to school and done this and done that, you have a third party that's just literally taking what you giving them raw and giving it back to you from an unbiased position. And they can make an educated guess based off of what you have given them. And I think people need to understand that. And also when you go, be completely honest. Don't go in there feeling like you got to be trying to hide behind this and do that. They can't help you if you don't give them all the tools to help. So
PTSD is a big thing. It's, a lot of people don't identify with it. They don't know that they have it. And how do y'all, go about that?
Well, as a board certified post-traumatic stress disorder counselor, let me throw that out there.
It's all about asking the right questions.
all the way up through there. All the way up through there.
Don't know unless you
She
ask.
went to school, fool.
I'm just saying, let me throw it on out there. But the thing about it is that post-traumatic stress, it can come from any area of life. And people tend to think, oh, well, I didn't go to the military. I wasn't a product of war. I didn't do. Look, you could have had a car accident. Like, you could have been bit by a dog. That is a stressful situation, and you have to handle it, and you have to go back and identify, how can I move past this? We have to first address it. And a lot of times people do not address the problems. We feel like, oh, if we don't talk about it, it's okay.
Right.
It's not okay. It's going to come out in a different area of your life, whether that's taking it out on you or having awful road rage or I can't properly communicate with my spouse. It's going to come out.
Or terrible sex.
It's going to come out.
Yeah.
Or it won't come out.
Or it won't come.
Wow.
Yeah, man.
Or it won't come out.
Yeah,
That would be a
that's
good thing.
huh?
Yeah.
No, you just gonna leave it out there and move.
Some shit happen.
Okay.
He switched gears.
No, he switched gear. We got to get back into this. I mean, because there's a lot of people out here that need this, bro.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
We work with a lot of them.
And if you knew, hit her up on her platforms.
Absolutely.
We have that posted for you.
Right. What are you? I'm saying it again. Like, what are your platforms? Where can people reach you? You got a whole little Well, I don't like to say little. You have a whole organization.
Yeah, well, I am on Instagram, Choose You 365. That is my nonprofit organization.
You say that a little slower.
Choose You, and that's the letter U, 365.
Okay.
So, and just to give you a little bit of background on that, that's basically where I feel like a lot of times people forget about themselves. We become so giving, and we become doers, and we never think about, like, wait a minute, what about me? Like, did I take time out for me today? Did I meditate? Did I pray? Did I do something for me that I enjoy? Like, when it comes down to you, you'll think about, well, should I get that? But when it's for someone else, you'll think, oh, they need that.
I gotta get this.
Exactly. And you don't question it. So, but it's for yourself, you'll think, well, now I can just deal with this little dollar toy. Well, why? You bought somebody a $100 toy over here, but you buy yourself a dollar toy for you. Like, aren't you important? So that's what Choose You 365 is all about. Allowing yourself to be self-full instead of selfish.
Oh, that was real.
That was nice.
Yeah, I like that.
That was nice.
I don't have that problem. I think about myself all the time.
Yes, you do. You a selfish motherfucker.
Very
Self-full.
self-centered.
Self-full. I am full of myself. I am full of myself.
Full of shit.
What's wrong with being passionate about yourself? Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Tell him, Doc, what's wrong with being passionate about yourself?
You know, nothing is wrong with being passionate. But when you really dissect the word passion also includes, inviting pain into your life. Like passion, when they say like pleasure and pain, Like that means you're gonna go through some traumatic events when you deal with passion. So my thing is, am I passionate about it or am I compassionate about it? You understand what I'm saying? So you're compassionate about yourself because you don't want to sit there and have like I'm having some miserable moments. Like you are gonna have miserable moments, but I don't want to. I want to be enamored with it.
Enamored with it. Enamored.
Oh yeah, I gotta write that one down.
Yeah, we got some.
That was a big word.
Yeah, enamored.
Write that down.
Got that. Don't mind me.
Yeah.
Oh goodness, what does enamored mean?
Y'all took mine just to be engulfed in it,
to be all in.
But why
Got
I
you.
can't? Why y'all took my postcard? I might want to.
You want something? Okay, we got something for everybody. You know what I'm talking about?
Y'all got my.
You want to write?
You
down
gonna take
stuff?
something down
I
and
want to
what?
take some notes.
Yeah, take
And then
some
send it to us.
No,
out.
you want the notes? You got.
She gonna have us on the couch
Right.
individually.
Crying. Right.
But that's okay. We can next.
Oh goodness!
good.
Oh goodness!
What's
man.
in that wine over there?
And why you switch up today? Like you
I got a long day ahead.
You
and
got
I can't-
long- you
yeah, I
busy.
got a long day.
gotta hit them streets. It's
Yeah.
the weather is a little.
Chilly. Like,
It's
I
a
like
little
that.
chilly
I
out
like
there.
that.
I'm from the
For me?
south. I don't
Flu
really
season.
care.
Huh?
For me,
It's
exactly.
it snowed where I'm from. Yesterday.
They getting
Yeah.
like a snowstorm here next couple of days, aren't they?
I don't know what they
Northeast.
doing here. I don't pay the people no attention.
Here as in where?
No, it's going up the
mean, he
the
lives
northeastern
here.
seaboard. They should be getting hit. You
got
know
your
what?
you got your bread and milk.
Yes.
Look,
Okay.
Tyra, please don't
Yeah.
don't entertain this.
That's what y'all do,
You
right?
said
What are you
Bread,
doing
milk.
with the foolishness? Don't entertain it.
eggs.
Please
And
don't
eggs. Bread,
entertain
Get a
milk,
it.
and
snow
eggs,
flurry.
you know what
They
I'm saying?
close everything.
I just went to Publix today. Ain't no chicken.
I don't.
That's what y'all do,
I
right?
don't want to talk about it. Can
Snow
we-
flurries. City shut down.
and that's fine with
It
me.
is. It's already shut down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, shut downer.
Would you want to go back to Detroit?
Not to
All right,
live,
let's
not to
move
live,
on.
not to
Exactly.
live.
I'm not even talking about that. So let's talk about something else because I know he didn't. I was a setup.
How you know I'm
So I
finished
really
with,
didn't.
with the questions of the doc before we get off in line?
I'm
I'm
telling
just
you,
saying,
man,
I was
don't-
done with that. What you just said. So if you
Don't-
want to
don't rush
go
'em.
into some more questions with the
don't
doc.
rush 'em.
Excuse me.
We're getting good advice that people pay great money
It's
for.
for free.
For the free.
Let
Take
them roll,
advantage.
man.
For the low
She gonna give us
ski
everything. She give a little something.
Well, you got to know
She
what
already
questions
found out
to
your
ask.
passion is pain.
Exactly.
You got to figure
You
out
know
the
what I'm
questions to
saying?
ask.
She already
Though.
found
Ask
out
the right
questions
questions.
you
That your passion is pain. So hold on with
Hey,
that.
you can't have one without the other.
stick with
You
that.
got to appreciate one another. Love the other
children.
one.
Children. How would you go about reaching the children, like or telling their parents like, yo, your kid need counseling.
Well, my thing is a lot of times the parents already know that their kid needs counseling. The question is, why are you in denial about it? So my thing is, if a child needs counseling, of course, a lot of times we have to bring the parents into it. Like I engage the entire family.
Okay.
So that's one of the things about it. When you're engaging the entire family, there are some things that a child may openly tell you that they don't want to disclose to their parents. So by you building a connection with the child, then they're able to tell the parents in a safe place, which is at your office, and that's fine. So
You make house calls?
I do.
Oh, okay. Crespo.
My question is just totally off the subject.
Don't nobody want to talk about this. I do.
What?
I mean, dog.
Hold on. Can he get it? You
Can
just
I ask
gave him
the-
the
I
floor
gotta-
and
Oh,
then
you
you
gonna
trying to
ask the
go
question?
back?
I'm gonna ask a
Jeez.
question.
Oh, I didn't know he was going to ask a question.
Do
Go ahead,
you
Crespo.
think like couples should get credit checks before they decide to jump the broom?
Wait a
Is
minute.
that important?
It is very important. Yes,
Yeah.
I mean personally, there are
Should
some
it
things
matter? With someone
Absolutely.
credit hindering them from getting married?
I don't think that credit would hinder you from getting married.
Right.
However, I think that you will identify some things to work on.
Wow.
So we moving past that part.
I'm
We
trying
going
to
off.
figure out why is this question funny?
Yeah. I'm saying, we moving past that
I'm gonna
part.
break
We-
it down. Look, usually
Break it
I don't
down.
break stuff down.
It's the same
What
but done.
happened? What just had happened was
Just explain it to me.
Ralph. Look, Ralph wanted to continue to talk about
Okay.
the psychoanalysis that we was doing,
Right.
And then he wanted to segue into what was happening with the folks dying, with the black folks getting shot down and all that stuff. And you went right into finances, and you missed all.
That's
the
your
cues.
thing, though.
You
That
missed
is your
all
thing.
of the
It is.
cues.
That's
You
your
missed
thing.
all the cues.
Hey, listen, it don't matter. My question was spoken. You know?
No
And I got an answer.
Do you recommend? Can
Go
I
ahead,
go?
sir.
Do you recommend like counseling for couples that are married, or if they, let's say somebody been together for a while, is that like should they go to counseling just because they've been together, or should they be married, like a relationship counseling?
Well, I think counseling is good at any given time.
But what if two people come to you and they ain't married, they just together?
That's cool.
They just come on in.
That's just coupling. I've done that. I've done
For
couple-
real?
Yeah, I've done couple counseling. Yeah, it taught me a lot about myself. Taught the other person about themselves too. Still didn't work, but you find out about yourself within a relationship, because we're different when we're in a relationship versus when we by ourselves. You're a completely different person. That's why I say a lot of times I'm not for that getting married at 19 and 20 and all that, because you still don't know yourself. So now you start when you get married. Now you're learning in the process of a marriage. You're not learning about yourself anymore. You're learning about the foundation or the corporation of a marriage. And then once you start saying, I'm not happy about this, you start finding out about yourself, and you're like, dang, I ain't never really liked that about her too much. But now y'all married.
That's part of growing, though. Ain't it?
Yeah. But you think you're going to do that at 19?
Well, what's the age? I mean, what's your ideal age?
I was...
Can I say this? When you
jump
get
in
the
when you
hoe
want
out
to.
of you, that's when you need to really start to
The
get
hoe. It's about sex. It's all about sex.
No, it's not, no, I'm not saying about sex.
Oh,
My thing is, when you feel like there are certain things that you still have to have, then you need to go ahead and finish all that. Like if you got to soar your wild oats, if you got to do whatever you need to do it first. Because once you get married, it changes all that. I'm not saying your whole dynamics change, but there are certain things that you cannot do in your marriage.
Like what?
Like,
Let's say that you're an excessive spender. Okay, you need to get that out of you. I mean, let's be realistic.
that's important.
It is. Because my thing is, if I spend too much on any particular thing, then that has my attention over my family. You understand what I'm saying? So all of those things I need to get out of my system first. And if I don't have it out of my system first,
Got you.
I'm not ready.
And she brought it to finances. Just
Right?
like my
Just like that.
question.
Give him his
Just
lane.
like that.
This is
Thank you.
Full circle.
This guy
I
don't
got
do
you.
nothing
I'm working
without
on it. I'm working on it.
Get him.
Go ahead. Go with another question, dog. You ain't got another one?
No, that was just one. That was off
You just
subject.
do that.
Yeah,
Okay.
I just threw that out
I
there.
got a question.
Go ahead, brother.
Is it ever a good time to lie?
You being a doctor and all.
Wow.
Okay. I personally don't feel that it is. And I know that we oftentimes lie to save or spare someone else's feelings. However, we have to really examine this. It's going to do more harm than good. Because if I put on something that you know is a hot mess, and you say, baby, you look good today.
Right.
Don't do that to me.
What you mean?
Don't lie.
Because you might have felt that you was good, though.
And that's good.
That mean that's all that matters.
And
You
I'm going
felt
to
you
feel
was good.
better when I know that you have identified that there's a better way for me to look today.
But that might just be how I feel. You might feel like you the bomb.
And if I do, I'm going to keep on what I have. But you've shared with me your honest opinion.
I mean, if I get my opinion, you probably changing that.
Probably not.
Yeah.
No.
Because you be like, babe, how I look? Like trash?
Well, see, the thing about it is, it's not a problem with telling the truth.
I'm just playing.
Your tact and your delivery.
Here we go with this again.
What was the last
and your
word?
delivery.
His delivery is
Terrible.
bottom.
I got to deliver how I feel it.
Well,
Barrel.
if I'm not feeling you today, I'm not going to say, oh, you get on my nerves. I'm going to say, well, baby, today may not be a good day for us.
No, I'm going to say you getting on my nerves.
And so but the same message was delivered.
See, but is your tact better than mine?
Yes.
Why?
Because
Yes,
I would have said it in a different manner. My delivery, my approach was different. If I say, Rob, you get on my nerves today, would that be better received versus saying, baby, you know what? Let's try this in an hour.
I might be like, why?
Oh, wow.
And then you go be like, I'm getting on my nerves. You getting on my nerves.
I just want to try it in an hour.
I need to know why.
That's when I lie. I'm tired, man. God dang, give me a second.
So he lying. I don't even
You ain't
want
gotta
to
lie. Just say I don't want to talk right now.
I'm used to it.
See, why can't you just say that? Why I got?
But
baby,
I don't want
give
to
me an
talk
hour.
right now. Is the same. Like either the end result is I need an hour.
So it depends on how you get the hour.
The end result is I.
But that's because
mean, you
if I
feel-
want to talk, I'm really gonna want to know why.
I'ma wanna
Why
know
you don't
why.
want to
And
talk?
it's
Yeah.
cool. And I'm gonna tell you right now, I want some time to myself.
And you know what's gonna happen? Because I'm petty. When you come back in that hour, I'm good. Don't worry about it.
And
We
that's
straight.
cool. And that's totally
That was
fine.
But-
That's totally fine.
But she
And we ain't resolved nothing.
And in her defense, for me, that is a problem.
It is. Yeah. I don't do that, but I'm saying a lot of people do
My
that.
attack is very bad.
Really?
I mean, you got to decide if you want to deal with me or not. It is what it is.
Yeah, well,
I'm working on it.
as long
though.
as you know it. That's the thing. You
But
know
no,
it and owning
if look, back to the the example that he gave, somebody say, "Yo, baby, how I look today?" I might give you an option. You want the truth, or you want me to lie to you?
And you should give that option.
Hey,
But
so
my
you
thing is like the
can
thing
lie.
about it, no, it's not that. That means I'm going to accept whatever lie you tell me.
So you gonna
I
take the
know
lie?
that you're going to if I opt for that.
Will you take the lie?
No,
You want the truth?
I absolutely.
So I can say you look like trash.
And I was like, okay.
Don't tell her, do you want the truth? Because
My
they
thing
know
is you
something
also, but
negative out of
that's
that.
a part of being. If you are a couple, that's one of the things you're going to know who you're dealing with. So if you're dealing with a character such as Ralph,
Damn.
character. He is quite the character.
then the difference is I'm going to automatically
You know what this is? I figured out what this is.
Quite the character.
I figured out what this
What is this?
Her personality reminds me of something. Somebody. And they wore that same shirt. The same colors.
AKA.
It's the shirt, man.
Oh, man.
So you feel
So
like
he has post-traumatic stress disorder.
From
I
AKAs.
think it is. I think it is, bro. I think it is. I
The
think
colors that
it
make it
might
crazy.
be. I don't know what it is.
oh goodness. Yeah.
You see, because he didn't have a problem with me when he didn't know I was.
I know,
member
but
of
then
the
you walked in the door and I
Yes.
just started shaking. I was like, oh Lord.
Yeah, that's
Here we go with
post-traumatic
this.
stress.
Yeah.
It
You see how
might.
that-
It
We
might
just
be
figured that out.
that fast.
Oh, that's heavy right there.
That was heavy.
That's right to the head. That's right to the
She
head.
ain't make it either.
Oh my goodness.
Oh,
I can understand.
unbelievable.
Oh man. Let me ask this though.
Oh, yeah.
We change. Are we done off that segment? We moving to the next one.
Let me ask this though.
This is your show, bro. Go ahead.
It's our show, but this guy, he on the wine today. He on a whole nother level. And maybe on the same level, but it's the wine is killing me. Anyway, can somebody's occupation be a deciding factor whether you talk to them or not?
No.
Could you say that in the mic?
She
No.
Oh, okay. I can hear you now.
Well, let me see. If
But
it's
you
a legal
quick, though.
occupation,
Oh,
I mean,
okay.
like that makes a
Okay.
difference.
so let's talk.
Doc,
All of us
Doc,
at
let
this,
me ask the doctor.
go
something.
ahead, go ahead.
Oh, here we go.
You got it.
Go ahead,
So if
bro.
a brother just, trying to get to work on a bus pass and he trying to holler at you, you wouldn't give him a time of day?
If he asks for the time,
See,
So anybody got a shot with you?
no.
that ain't what she said.
If he comes to you in a nice, presentable fashion, do you have a shot?
Nice and presentable fashion.
Why the dude with the
But
bus
if he-
pass can't?
Why the brother with the bus
That
pass?
has nothing to do with a bus pass. And this is the thing about it. Like, we automatically assume that you have to make a certain amount.
That
Well,
ain't true.
And it's not. Your occupation, it doesn't. My thing is, what do you do with what you have? That's what's most impressive to me. So if you make $7 an hour or
Shit.
$700 an hour, it doesn't make a difference if you know how to work your own money.
Right.
You see what
Take
I'm
care
saying?
of yourself.
Exactly. So
Hey, you ain't going for that, B?
you ain't
I'm
going.
not going for that.
You ain't got to.
I'm
Because you
gonna
can
say-
be,
Hold on,
no,
hold on,
someone
Doc.
that has $700 an hour and can't contribute anything to you.
Boom. Why you don't like? What's the problem? Let's find out.
Can I
ahead.
say mine? Can I speak?
Yeah.
Floor is yours, sir.
I'm not totally disagreeing with everything she said. Yes, the behavior is very important on your spending habits and what you do with what you have. But also, it would be very hard for me to talk to somebody that is handling the fries at McDonald's right now.
I mean, but what's wrong with the fries, bruh? I like the fries at McDonald's.
That brother got standards.
I'm at the point in my life to where I'm trying to start putting away for retirement and stuff like that. So if we're not on the same level as far as on the other side of that, or trying to work towards that,
What if they still trying to put up for their
towards that,
retirement,
though.
even though they what's that?
Work towards that. You don't know what else they're doing.
Hey,
well, I'm just going based off of if I meet somebody and she says our flip fries at McDonald's, I'm not gonna be interested.
Okay, so let me say this. So a few years ago, I owned a restaurant.
get them together, Doc.
Now I'm not the best cook, so it was not something that it was a very good business venture. Okay. Whenever if you had come to that restaurant at that particular time, you would have always seen me either greeting or washing dishes. So if you had based that particular situation off of me washing dishes,
She
then
the
you
owner,
would've
B.
missed everything else.
She the owner, B.
But see,
And I may not have told you or disclosed.
right
that.
now, see
Right.
that's where the problem is. So now you lying a little bit because you ain't telling the truth.
Whoa,
all
wait,
the
wait.
way.
I
She
did-
didn't
I
lie.
wouldn't
You
lie.
based it off
If
what you seen.
No, I said if we talk and you told me that, and that's
I may
it.
have
And
only
if we,
said I work at the restaurant. I just didn't give you the additional information.
That's real.
but in the conversation, I'm gonna find all that out. Now, if you don't want to disclose,
If you
it's
gave
the
me an opportunity.
conversation.
But if she just
If
said
the first
she worked
conversation-
there,
if
she ain't
the-
telling you nothing else.
If the first conversation is based off of, oh, you work at McDonald's, oh, okay, all right, then I'll holler at you. No, I'm still gonna find out about you as a person. Now, if you don't open up and tell me whatever from that point,
But if you
then
found
I'm
out
not
more about
interested.
me as a person, then you would maybe like my personality. So who's to say that we don't
Personality,
get into
B.
a situation where if I do work at McDonald's and I am the fry cook at McDonald's, that I don't possess the ability. Like I may be the franchise owner for McDonald's, and you don't even know that.
Boom.
And if you start to develop a relationship with that particular person, where you enjoy who they are, their energy, their communication, their
Sex?
interaction.
Oh, my bad. I got too
Not
far.
on that particular.
My
But
bad.
I'm
I
saying,
got too
like,
far.
People become attracted to individuals based on their communication, their interaction, like things like that. So
Right.
if you say, well, I'm not going to date you because financially you're not on the same page.
It sounds good, but realistically, that's not
What you
how it
mean?
goes. It's not.
And
So you
not.
telling
It's not.
me?
I mean,
It
so
doesn't
you
go
telling
like
me?
that.
Slow
Listen,
down. Why you gotta
how
yell
many-
at me? I'm sitting
because
next
you
to you.
keep cutting me off, and I'm about
Go
tired of you.
ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
You mean to tell me like people that's 6 figures, and they have plenty of people that come at them and they holler, and everything you saying I agree with wholeheartedly. But realistically, you as a man, if you make a certain amount of money, you telling me you would just talk to anybody just based off of you just meeting them.
Dog,
And
I like who I like. I don't give a fuck what they got going. Unless they on crack or some shit like that, then I can't like them. That's different. You know what I'm saying? But I'm attracted to the hustle of the person. Like if they make $7 and they making that $7 work and I like them, I'm with that. You might meet somebody who might be a 6-figure person and might see your black ass.
and they be assholes.
Let me finish. And they might see you. And be like, you know what? I like him. What you gonna say? No, I don't make 6 figures, so I can't talk to you? Or you gonna be like, oh, okay, especially if y'all hit it off. What you gonna do?
Nah, see now you widen the gap.
What you
Based
mean? I
off-
just switched it around.
No,
on
you widen the gap from 20,000 to
You use
60
6
to
figures.
7,000.
You use 6
70,000.
figures. If they 6 figures.
It was
be
just
on
an
it.
But my thing
example.
is, okay, so let's take
Because
this.
there's a whole nother economic standard at that point.
But
You
if I
dig?
make the $20,000 a year, but I'm debt free in my home,
Well, yeah.
would that make a difference?
Do it make a difference?
Yeah, that would make a difference.
Exactly.
But all you know is they flip fries. Number 7.
I mean, because it.
I mean, I'm just saying.
It would make a difference, but at the same time, is at what point when are we helping each other?
This is my question to everybody. When you meet somebody, what is the goal? Because that determines where we look, what happens. Like if your goal is for financial stability with this person, then to me, just me personally, you together for the wrong reasons. I still believe in love. You know what I'm saying? I don't believe in fucking with somebody just because the money they got. Because I got my own dough.
Okay.
So your dough really don't bother me. You know what I'm saying? But for if that's your whole thing is, well, I'm only gonna mess with people in this certain financial realm or whatever, you might miss out on the person that's actually for you.
So they limiting themselves.
Yeah, like you might meet, you know what I'm saying? You ain't perfect. They ain't perfect either. But if you hit it off with 2 people, let's say you hit it off with 2 people. You go on 2 dates and you hit it off with this person. You don't know what they do, but y'all just hit it off. You telling me that person dead because you found out they work at Wendy's? Number 3.
He going for the personality. Trumps everything.
Personality, you can live with that all day long.
Sure.
You can't live with somebody just because they got money. That shit don't matter, bro.
But
All
that can go
shit go in
both
the bank.
ways. That can go both ways. So you telling me you ready to float the bill for everything from that point?
Oh,
from here on out?
My happiness matters to me way more than motherfucking bills, dog.
Man, that's some bullshit.
What you
That's some
mean?
bullshit because
You
if the
can't
bills
build-
ain't being
I
met,
agree with
you
you, Ralph.
if
What
you
you
ain't,
mean?
if the
With you,
bills
Ralph.
ain't being
Oh,
met, you
fuck
can't
that,
you
man.
can't
Yo.
eat off of love.
Yo,
How can you eat love?
I'll be happy in an apartment for 20 years with somebody I'm in deep love with than miserable in a mansion with somebody I can't fucking stand.
That's a good analogy, but you did complete opposites. You did complete opposites.
How?
A mansion with somebody you can't stand, nobody want to do that. I get it, but nobody.
But you only
but
dating
at the
this.
same
You
time,
miss what I'm saying. You dating in a certain realm because you feel you make this kind of money. You're not even basing it on happiness no more. You only dating here because you feel like this is for you. This is where you at. But your happiness might come with the Walmart.
No, so you missed when I said
Aisle 4.
you.
Your happiness might come.
He's a catfish.
I'm just saying.
Nah,
My
what
thing is this. Let me say this.
Okay.
Whether it's if you make $7, hypothetically speaking, if you make $7, but you're able to manage that $7 well, that means if I'm able to manage it, you're not gonna foot the bill every single time. But if I make $7 and every single time you see me with great weave, great nails, and I'm not properly managing my money, then that's a problem. So you're looking at. I think all factors have to be reviewed.
right.
That's all. Okay.
Let me ask you a question. Cause you done pissed me off today. You done pissed me off.
Okay, let's do it.
You meet a chick where we work at.
Mm-hmm.
You meet her. You know she don't make what you make because she ain't got this much time. Is she not qualified for you because you already know what she make?
That goes strictly off personality because she has that earning potential. She has that earning potential.
And the lady
Go ahead, Spo.
She has that
Go
earning
ahead, Spo.
potential. Yeah, so she good.
Yeah, she got a great personality. Then
Yeah,
it's like you got the green light.
you got the
Don't do that.
potential. You got.
So with the chick at McDonald's can't have the same light?
And that's what I'm saying. You have the same life. See, the only difference that it's making is that you see the earning potential because of where you work.
Where I am.
Oh, he see the
I
fact
know.
she work at McDonald's. That's all that.
But you don't see the
Number
fact.
two, no
okay,
pickles.
let's say Chick-fil-A, and I think that they said that in order to be a Chick-fil-A owner franchise, you have
It's 50.
franchisee.
It's 50,000.
Okay, but that's the thing about like what would be the difference if I'm Chick-fil-A, McDonald's, if I'm off on something, like what difference would it make? Like you have to really evaluate me based on me, not where I work at.
A lot of people don't think like you though. That's not reality though. You go out there, they shooting brothers down each and every day.
You make 100. My bad. You make a lot of money where you work at, and it is real.
Go
You
ahead.
make a lot of money where you work at. But if you tell a person, "Oh, I work at the airport. I throw bags,"
Yeah, they do. I do get the
you might get the
Oh,
You ain't a
really?
pilot?
and they don't know how much.
They don't
you make.
understand that. You
Right.
make more than them, but they don't understand that.
You a gate agent? Oh no.
Right.
Good.
You a flight attendant?
We get
Which
that.
is the same thing that you just
That
did
I just
Chick-fil-A
said.
at McDonald's.
Same thing.
Give me a
So in
buddy
other
pass.
I accept the reality. That's what I'm saying. I accept the reality. Not saying that it's okay, but there is some reality to it, even though it's not right. Moral-wise, yeah, we got to be better with doing with that. But I'm talking off of the reality aspect of it.
And the reality is, if you want to miss your blessing, then you do because somebody else will take it.
Yeah.
That's a lot of blessings being missed.
It is. And I'm
Totally.
a firm believer, but if you miss your blessing, then I'm good to God. Please bless me.
That's what I'm talking about. I ain't got that. I ain't got that. I'll just say it was a little tease.
What's next? What's next? What's next?
A little tease.
Don't worry about
next?
him, Doc.
Oh man. Why do you think people are drawn to negativity more so than positive stuff? And them same people that talk about yeah, I like to see these fight videos, this and that, in the same breath, I don't like drama.
Cause they just they couldn't. That's just. I ain't gonna say us, but that's America. We're addicted to drama, chaos, and confusion, and that's what sells.
I don't watch fight videos, sir.
Me neither. But I mean,
Man, what do you watch? Like, you don't do nothing.
Naked and Afraid.
some
Naked.
more educating on the television. That's
what I
to be
watch.
on, but no. You rather sit here and watch motherfuckers throw drinks on themselves and spend each other money and shit. You know what I mean? That's what they like.
Yeah.
You know.
But why are people more drawn to it? I'm actually looking for a professional opinion on that.
I mean,
Yeah, I don't
you're
know
drawn
shit.
to your mentality level.
But half yeah.
That's it. Was that the answer you was looking for? That's all it was.
I mean,
Maturity level.
That's all she
I
gave
mean,
me.
you was
That's
gonna
it.
you was gonna act like you was digging for something
Yeah,
profound, and
that's
she
all
gave
she
you one
gave
word,
me.
maturity, and you done.
That's it.
And you're a terrible interviewer, man.
Man, look, that's what people drawn to now.
I mean, it's entertaining. It's a thoughtless thing that you have to review. So if it does not involve me using my mind, then I mean, of course, I'm be drawn to it. Maybe I have a situation or a day that I don't want to think, and that's what I'm gonna watch.
Damn.
What kind of shows do you watch on your,
Yeah,
in your personal
I have to
time?
tell you, I really don't watch a lot of TV,
But when you do,
but when I do, it's like NCIS New Orleans. Yeah, I like.
You be trying to
show
figure it out.
crime, little
Yeah,
crime,
like I wanna
forensic
figure it out.
You ever
stuff.
figured it out?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
You don't be figuring out, Doc.
Who?
You don't be figuring out.
Well,
You wanted a more professional response.
Right.
Yeah. I don't know, but I really do see a lot of people that are drawn to that. Just like you said, for entertainment factor. But when it comes to them, nah, I don't want that drama. I don't deal with this and I deal. But them same people that's always saying that are the ones that's always in the middle of something.
Feeding into it.
They always the ones in the middle of something. So I'm like, you talk about it because it's at your doorstep all the time. Because I don't talk about it. I don't want no drama.
You know what I look at when people I see people watching fight videos and all that. You never been in a fight. Like that's kind of how I look at that. Like you never been beat up or things like that, because if you ever went through something like that, the last thing you want is a reminder.
Right. Especially if you're on the losing end.
You know what I'm saying? Or what happened. So I don't want to see it happen to nobody.
Oh, man.
That's just,
Yeah, that shit corny to me, though.
Yeah, like I just.
Not even the drunk ones, like the drunk
I don't-
old dudes
yo,
fight.
I don't want to see none of it.
Yeah, is
dog.
none of it.
I don't want to see none of it.
So you watch boxing?
That's a sport.
Do you watch boxing?
I do, sir.
Do you watch?
I watch UFC too.
Okay. What's the difference?
They trained.
And they get paid.
I can't do all the things they do in boxing or in UFC. I can fight though. What's up?
What's up?
You
Shoot.
said-
We just had this discussion. What up?
What up, though?
What up, though?
What up, though?
Just had that discussion.
I did.
All right. All right, then. Shoot.
But I'm just like, to me, that's is like when people look at UFC and they be like, it's barbaric and all that. Yo, when you see somebody get choked out and you don't even know what's really going on, like to me, that's their skills, bro. We all can't do that.
Yeah, it's definitely a skill.
Like even with boxing, people, I know people that don't like boxing. They say it's barbaric. A 3-minute fight is a long time.
Yes, it is.
Yeah,
Like that's a long time. Average
very
fight
long
probably
time.
lasts about 45 seconds.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But 3 minutes, that's a long time, man. And then you know where it's coming from.
Yeah.
Right.
That's to me. I just like that kind of stuff.
But to even go, to piggyback what you were saying, I don't know when people remember Kimbo Slice.
Right. He
Rest
started
in
the
peace.
streets.
He started in the streets, real popular on YouTube, whatever, Street Fighter. He tried to get in UFC.
Yeah, he ain't make it.
They broke him down
Yeah,
with the quickness.
it's
So
like
it is a
you know.
technique. It's a training. It is
Absolutely.
It's
That's
something
why
you
I
definitely-
respect that. Like when I see cats in the street and they got the little cauliflower behind their ear.
Yeah,
You gotta
no.
watch what you say to them people, man.
Yeah, don't mess with them folks.
Yeah, it might get a little different for you. You know,
Explain what cauliflower is.
the little extra skin.
I've seen it, but
Yeah.
the masses may not know what
Yeah,
you're
you get a
talking
little
about.
extra skin on your ear from people hitting you in it.
So it's
Yeah.
not a keloid.
No.
Okay.
That's from them fighting and all the holes and the grapples and they do. So you're getting a lot of irritation up there, and it kind of, it's not keloid, but it
Right.
looks like
Just
but
watch
that's
your
what it
mouth
is.
talking to them people.
Look, she's looking on. Do you even watch UFC?
Not very often, but I'm
okay.
gonna pay attention. I'm gonna Google research some stuff.
Oh, I
about
seen
the
some videos. You know what I'm
cauliflower.
saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, I ain't really know that.
Damn.
Oh, you can't eat
sound-
that one.
You sound like them little kids that be talking about LeBron better than Jordan because all they seen was highlights.
No, look, I've
Jordan.
never heard pay attention to some cauliflower behind the ear. Did you say behind the ear?
No, it's like the
So,
whole
yeah,
ear.
whole
The whole
ear.
ear look
Ear
look real
forward.
fuzzy.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Damn.
Just type it in Google and hit
I
images.
am. I just need. That's what I'm gonna do. I need to see it. I need to understand that.
Oh, good.
I
Look,
think, I think the brother name is Jason Lozon. He got like the worst. We'll figure it out for you.
Thank you.
I'll
yeah,
get you
we'll
together.
figure it out. Yeah, we'll find you that show.
What y'all got for it, man?
Well, I'm still trying to figure out, like, in your profession,
Mm-hmm.
has there ever been a time where you just felt like you had nothing for these people?
For
How
real?
did you handle that situation?
I would ask, what are we here for?
I mean, to where they needed help, but you couldn't.
If I can't provide help to you, I mean, to me, I feel like I'm doing a disservice to you if we're literally getting nowhere in your therapy.
Mm-hmm.
So at that particular point, I do need to refer you out. If we've hit a brick wall, and like you said, when you come into therapy, you have to be honest. And a lot of times people are not
Right.
honest. And the one thing that I don't want to do is create a bias. So before I do that, then it's time for me to transition you to another particular person. Maybe they can help better.
Do you like, if you know, like, let's say a couple come and you see that, like, the man or the woman not being honest, do you like do separate sessions to try to figure out what's going on?
Absolutely. A lot of times when couples come, they tend to think that they're going to be together the entire time. Well, you don't get the whole view.
Right.
If y'all are together the entire time, like sometimes I may have to meet with you for 20 minutes, her for 20 minutes, then bring y'all together for another 20 minutes. Like, it just doesn't work like that, where you feel like a person's going to be totally honest, because then they're afraid of hurting the other person's feelings. So then they hold back some. And I'm like, please don't hold back. You understand what I'm saying? Like, don't hold back, because at this particular point, like, this is where you have to be at. Like, if you're here and you're trying to do the best that you can, why would you give me half the story?
Mm-hmm.
But people give half the story every day. I was like, you want a full recovery with half the story?
Right.
That doesn't make sense.
You got to give it all up. Got to give it all up if you're trying to.
You ever been a counselor?
Yes.
How is it? Like, do you ever, like, you better get counseling and the counselor be some shit? You be like, yo, why I come see you?
Well, the thing about it is every counselor, not that it's mandated, but every counselor, before you even graduate from grad school, like, you're supposed to get into counseling if you're going to become a counselor.
Right.
So that's the thing about it, is like, I can't provide services to you that I've never experienced.
Wow, right.
So, like, that's the thing that you do have. Like, I have a particular person that I go to, but he's like, my particular counselor, he's been there for over 10 years, 20, for like 15 years.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, that's something that you have to have someone that you can establish a bond with, that's going to be honest with you, that's going to promote thought. Like, if you send me away and I ain't thinking about it, then you ain't did your job.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, I went to counseling and dude was talking about a tree the whole time.
A tree?
What?
Yo, this shit was crazy.
And
I'm
you
like,
paid?
What? Yo, that was the best.
Tree?
That's one of the best stories I ever heard in my life, man. Because when he broke it down
Yeah.
and put it into life, yo, one of the best stories I ever heard. But when I was sitting,
What
there,
did it
I'm
have to
like,
do with you? It had to do with you? Did it relate to you?
Yeah,
Your foundation,
Okay.
your branches.
man.
your roots,
What?
yeah, all
Yo,
that.
I'm just sitting there like, yo, this dude is tripping. Like,
Did you steal any of it? You be using any of that?
I be using on y'all sometimes.
It don't work.
Man,
It don't work.
Yeah, it doesn't work.
haters.
I got a question for the doctor. You're pretty easy on the eyes, right?
Oh, that's what I'm talking about.
Hey, y'all seen
Make it
that
juicy.
Martin?
How long?
When he
How long?
he
He talking. For real,
But
though?
this got to do
Hey,
with that.
I think they would agree that this guy is
Let's
so
look at it.
disrespectful.
Let me look.
He just cuts you off all the time.
Y'all
You all right? No, I'm just playing. Go ahead.
That's what's up, bro.
Miss Tara, yeah, she's pretty easy on the eyes. Do you have any? Do you feel like a crazy energy in the room? Like, do women feel a little intimidated by you talking to their husbands or boyfriends or whatever? Like,
I don't think so, because the thing about it is that you bring in the entire family.
gotcha.
So I think, like, once they realize, oh, she just gonna do her job, it's a lot easier. Like we're here for a reason. Let's stick to it.
Right.
And that's it.
Keep it real professional. I
That's
could dig
it.
it. I just asking, if
That's a
because
good question.
you see on television sometimes, like,
Right.
damn, my therapist, my counselor, she
Like,
banging.
I'm going
You
just
know
to
what
go.
I mean?
Right.
Right,
ain't
like,
got no
hold
problems.
on,
I just wanted to come
I'm
sit
coming
with
with you. I'm coming with you.
Right.
You ain't got to
But
go see her.
People have to invite that. Like, look, do you want your spouse to be included? You can ask those questions, and they'll be honest, like, this is me, or yeah, because I'm having problems. Well, bring them in. It may only be for one time. Like, you're here for yourself, not necessarily couples counseling, but a lot of times when you let your spouse come for at least 1 or 2 visits, then it allows them to understand, like, why you're doing certain homework, why you're focusing on yourself, how they can support you better if they're really interested in developing that relationship.
Got you.
So,
Do all the AKAs look like that?
you know where I'm
Just asking. I'm just asking. Just a question.
Look at him
I
drinking
should've
his
went to
wine.
a
Drinking his wine.
This is something serious.
Drinking his wine.
I'm just-
Ain't got nothing
What's
to
wrong with
say.
that question?
It wasn't nothing
I'm
wrong
I'm
with
saying
it.
a lot of
I'm
nice
okay with it.
AKAs out.
I'm okay with it.
Look, I got friends Delta, AKAs, Zetas, all that, but shit.
Yeah, they all right.
He don't know. He don't clear the whole bottle.
Why you
Might
worry
as well
about my
put-
drinking, bro?
Just
What's the
put that
next
swallow
question?
in there. He ain't nothing
I
but a
might
swallow
need-
in
I
there.
might need that. I might need that.
Okay. We're gonna switch gears though
What?
to a little bit more
Why?
serious.
I like the AKA though.
I like it too, but we need to talk about some serious. Let's talk about Ahmaud Arbery
Oh man,
and that whole situation.
so sad. Such a sad situation. We trying to make a damn citizen's arrest. Who makes those nowadays?
With a gun.
Obviously, you got to think back to
Jim Crow.
I can't
no,
wrap my head around that. That is so
the
disturbing.
young brother in Florida.
Trayvon.
He thought he was doing a citizen's arrest. You ain't got to go back
Man,
that.
I thought we was
Man, you
past
look at
it.
you want to start. Let's start with Emmett Till. Let's start there. Wrongfully accused, killed. Brother in Minnesota.
Fernando.
Did everything he's supposed to do, killed. Tamara Rice, her name, killed. However they want to cover that up, killed.
Right. Sandra Bland.
Eric Gardner.
What's the brother that was at his own house
Got shot up
in Texas?
I'm thinking about in New York where they shot up the whole apartment building.
That was Texas, right?
No, it was one in New York too.
Killed.
Amadullo something. I can't
Killed.
remember.
It don't matter. Killed.
Yeah.
Dog. And I'm gonna say that. I always say it's my opinion because I don't want nobody to be tied into nothing I say. Don't nobody give a fuck about us as a people, bro. They think we target practice.
But how much do we care about ourselves?
We do, but because we care. I mean, we care about ourselves more than the average, than the next person over. I think.
Are we united?
No, we're not.
Nah.
But that don't give nobody the right to just
the
kill
right
us.
to just kill
It
us
doesn't.
now.
That don't give nobody the right to just kill us. I mean, this young man just died for jogging down the street.
Yeah.
Allegedly suspected of local break-ins.
With nothing in his hand.
Nothing in his hand.
Right.
He didn't even look like the culprit.
Yeah.
You know what?
Bro, they tried to dig up dirt on that dude. They had to take it all the way back to high school, 2013.
Yeah.
And they was talking about he took a gun to school.
He probably was being bullied or something. I mean, you protect yourself.
At the point you wrong, you try to dig up dirt
try
on
to
another
dig up
person
dirt.
to destroy
Right.
their character.
It's
bro.
ridiculous, man. And the fact that they had to. One prosecutor was just like, I'm not doing this case because we cool. The other one recused herself because she said, I know this guy.
Yeah.
This dude.
They had to take it and to a whole nother
I mean,
county.
the one DA said that he didn't feel like what they did was wrong.
was wrong. Said it was
I saw
perfectly
that.
within the law. He said that
And he was the aggressor.
perfectly within the law.
You attacking somebody with a gun.
So let me ask you the question. Let me ask y'all the question. Who's all the guilty party in this?
The one filming, and the father and the son.
Well, once it was bought that he passed, I put that whole county on the block because they didn't. I don't care. You got to look at it just from a logistics standpoint. Y'all just killed this dude and he wasn't doing nothing. There's no way you can sit here and try to justify that and pass it through like it was within law.
Doc.
I mean, my thing is a lot of times people, you try to kill what you're fearful of. You understand what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Like if someone is jogging, number one, I feel like we're putting ourselves into places and positions where we don't even have to be at. Like if you're jogging past my community, I'm not going to go outside and ask you, what are you doing here?
Right.
And a lot of times we do whatever, we kill what we don't understand, what we are fearful of, and that's the bottom line. So when you talk about situations like this it's been going on for a while, and it's probably going to continue for another while. So the question
Forever.
is, what are we going to do about it? Like it's clear if a march worked, we wouldn't be experiencing this now.
What would you suggest?
My thing is, I feel like like when you, just like if you were going through an election, you would have town hall meetings. Like at some point, you need to understand who I am, and you fear me because you don't understand who I am, and that's one of the biggest challenges. Instead of you asking the question, or instead of you saying, "Hey, can I talk to you for a second? You become fearful of someone who's actually not even running in your direction.
Right. Correct.
So what do y'all suggest?
All I know about is this case. We can't let this case go with the 2.3 mile jog on his birthday. We can't let it go because now it's in the public eye. We have to see this one all the way through.
So the question is, why do we not see things all the way through?
Because a lot of people look at shit as, and I hate to say it, is the care level. It didn't happen to them personally. They might say, damn, that was fucked up.
It's not close to them.
And then they go back to them. But actually it's all close to them because if you share a pigment with any of them people that died, that could have been you. It could have been your family member. It could have been your friend. It could have been anybody that you knew. The problem with us as people, man, we don't see it through. And then you see it. Oh, so and so got off. You know why they got off? Because the eye wasn't on it. So they was able to. Hey man, they ain't even paying attention no more. We can pass anything.
Right. Yeah.
I don't even understand the whole 2.3 miles. I didn't get it. You know what I'm saying? And maybe because I was so emotional about what I seen, I didn't want to get it. Because 2.3 miles of me running won't change nothing. The awareness has been there for the brother. You know what I'm saying? But this happened in February. Let that have been two black dads, a dad and a son, and they killed a white boy. This shit wouldn't have got to March 15th. Let alone May. I don't give a damn. They would have opened up despite of Corona to get this done.
Right.
I got a homeboy that stay down in Augusta. I call him. I say, yo, dog, y'all all right down there? He tell me, what you talking about? I said, I just seen a dude on the TV get killed. You know what he said? Just shocked the shit out of me. He said, oh, my man, that happened in February. It's motherfucking May.
Right. Right.
The dude, I just read something today. The dude that let the tape out, he said he only did it
because he thought he was helping homeboys.
The two guys
that did it.
That's one reason he let the tape out.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was a homeboy. He said he thought it was showing that they didn't do nothing wrong. But that's the ignorance. That's the what he was saying.
Exactly.
From our side is we sympathize, but we don't empathize. And when you say that, empathize means I need to put myself in your position as opposed to standing here and saying, oh, I feel you. We have to put ourselves in that position, and we have to follow through. You have to take actions. A lot of us, we don't want to do the extra steps it take to get stuff done. And it might take you another hour out of your day or whatever, but can you do it? Yeah, you can do it. But has it really hit home for you? No, because if it was your son, your brother, your uncle, you know what I mean, your auntie, your sister, whoever the case may be, you ain't going to work.
That's right.
You're going to take care of it as much as you need to do to take care of it. So I think we need to have that same energy when it comes to all of these things and follow through. So
yeah, the attention level is so short.
Yeah.
You know what happens
when it comes to stuff like that?
You know what happens?
What's up?
You throw something in front of you to take your attention away from, and it be some straight up bullshit.
Yeah.
It be some straight up bullshit.
It could be another segment. Where Cam Newton going? Who drafted him?
Right.
I mean,
When them Jordans coming out?
Like, what about the quality?
Where they come out?
You say what?
It seemed like to me, only people that care about our lives is the person whose life it is. Because, like you said earlier, do we care about ourselves? Because black on black crime is still high. Let's not get it fucked up.
And they ain't gonna get that much time on television. Let it go.
Oh,
they do that all the time.
This dude died. This the crazy part about it. This dude died in February, and we ain't hear about it till May. What's the basketball player? Shannon Brown just shot two shots in his own house.
In his own house, and they arrested
last
him
night.
Immediately.
And that shit was all over the TV, bro.
Immediately. Y'all need to understand how media works. I'm going to say it one more time. Y'all need to understand how media works.
Look at the conviction level of officers when it comes to this kind of shit. Rodney King has got to be the best example of this shit.
Right.
The best.
Right.
We got to change, man. We got to change, but we definitely need to keep this one.
We got to shake
and everybody that's out there running and shit and all that, I run for Aubrey. Yo, make sure you keep your eye on this, man.
Yeah.
Don't just run for him. Make sure justice served, man.
You got to get out there. And we also need to talk about passing of Little Richard and what's Harrell?
Andre
Harrell. we just got that sad news today, and I personally want to give, a moment of silence for those brothers. I think that's good. Enjoy your life, people, man. We only got one. I'll even start with Little Richard, man. He's the creator of rock and roll. They'll never want to give him that credit. He was the creator of rock and roll. And they stole from him everything. And they made it popular for them. Pharrell did his thing. Half of the music you probably grew up to, he had his hand in it at some point. So, just saying, no matter what, no matter how, whichever way, you get one ride. Enjoy it. Love the people close to you.
That's right. Father Time never makes a round trip.
That's heavy. Hate to leave y'all on this note. Real heavy. But it's heavy times right now. You know what I mean? So with heavy times, you got to adapt. You got to push and keep pushing. Don't lay down for these folk, man. We want to thank you, Tara.
Thank you for having me.
Sorry we got so deep at the end there.
No problem.
We probably going to go blow it off in a minute. Oh, man. We had a good time, man. And we're going to let the 18th do what he do.
Wake up, man. Everybody just wake the fuck up, man. That's all I got. I ain't got nothing else. Just wake the fuck up. Stop thinking that it's all, they say, milk and honey.
Peaches and cream in the South.
Everything ain't like that, man. There's people out here that'll hurt you just for who you are. We hurting ourselves. They killing us on video. We gotta do better as a people so we can be respected.
Yeah.
I'm gone, man.